Hello my dear students, in this video we are going to study arrays. What do you mean by array? Array is a collection of homogeneous type of data under the same name. So here each data item can be accessed by its number called index number. It is also called as subscript number, and always index or subscript number starts from 0. If there are I number of elements present in an array, then it starts from 0 and the last element is I minus 1. Now let us study the types of arrays. There are three different types of arrays. The first one is one-dimensional array, the second one is two-dimensional array, and the third one is multi-dimensional arrays. Now let us continue with the first one, one-dimensional array. It is also called as single-dimensional array. What do you mean by one-dimensional array? Each element of an array can be accessed by means of only one subscript is called as one-dimensional array. So let us continue with the declaration. First we will see the syntax. So syntax represent the first data type, next array name, and inside the square bracket we are going to write index number. So that is nothing but size and closing square bracket and put semicolon. Now let us continue with one example. So here we will take the data type as int and the array name is marks, and inside the square bracket we are going to write the size as 3 square bracket and put semicolon. Now we will study the initialization of one-dimensional array. So how to initialize one-dimensional array? So let us write first data type as int and array name as marks, and inside the square bracket I'll write 3 and close the square bracket, and we're going to write the assignment operator equal to curly open brace, and inside of the bracket we'll write elements. So that is 3 elements because the size of array is 3. So let me write 20, 19 and 18. Now let us continue with the two-dimensional arrays. What do you mean by two-dimensional array? It is an array in which each element of an array can be accessed by means of two subscripts is called as a two-dimensional array. So in a two-dimensional array, the first subscript always represent a row and the second subscript always represent a column. Now let us see the syntax. So here we'll write data type, next we'll write array name, and inside the square bracket we're going to write first row, and inside the square bracket we're going to write column and then semicolon. And now let us take one example. Let us take data type int, array name as a, and inside the first square bracket, that is row size, we are going to take 2, and the next subscript, that is column size, is 3 and then put semicolon. Initialization of two-dimensional array. Int a of 2, 3 is equal to, so 2 3s are 6. So you can initialize total 6 elements. So let me write 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 and 12. Curly closing brace and put semicolon. Now let us take another example. What will happen if I take only few elements rather than taking 6 elements as that of the size? So let us take example int a of 2, 3 equal to, and then we are going to write in a curly open brace, and inside of the curly open brace we'll use one more curly open brace, and there we are going to write 2, 3 closing curly brace, comma, next I'll write in a curly open and closing brace 4 and then curly closing brace, semicolon. So here the first row is initialized with 2 values and the second row is initialized with the next value, that is 4, and the remaining memory blocks are set to 0 automatically. Next, and the third one is multi-dimensional array. So here multi-dimensional array is nothing but what? It is an array which consisting of n dimensions. So it is also called as array of arrays. Now we'll study about functions. What do you mean by function? So function is nothing but dividing a complex or lengthy program into small logical components that performs a specific task is called as function. So there are two different types of functions. The first one is library function and the second one is user defined function. So let us continue with the first one, library function. So library function is nothing but these are the small module that performs a specific task whenever it is called by creating object of a particular class. Now here we are going to study different inbuilt or library functions, and next we'll move on to the user defined functions. So user defined functions are the functions which is written by the user to perform a specific task is called as user defined function. Now let us continue with some of the header files which consisting of inbuilt functions. The first one is stdio.h header file and iostream.h header file, which consisting of certain objects as well as certain functions which are used in C++ program. String.h, stdlib.h, math.h. So all these are different categories or types of functions. Now let us continue with mathematical functions. Inbuilt functions which are already present in a compiler. Each function performs a specific task whenever we pass appropriate argument to it. Now we'll see some of the examples of mathematical functions such as floor, ceil, and even we'll study about sqrt, pow. So all these are the examples of mathematical functions. Now we'll move on to character functions. So character functions are nothing but these are the functions which operate on a character. So here in order to use any character function we have to include ctype.h header file. Now we'll study inputting a single character. So in order to input a single character we are going to declare char ch semicolon, and in the next statement we are going to write scene is equal to get, inside the round bracket we'll write ch, put semicolon. Another way of writing the same statements is char ch semicolon, ch is equal to cin dot get put semicolon. Now outputting a single character. So cout dot put, and inside of the bracket we are going to write ch. Now we'll study string functions. So what are strings? So strings are nothing but they are the sequence of characters enclosed within a pair of double quotation mark is called as string constant. Now let us continue with some of the inbuilt string functions. In order to use any inbuilt string functions we have to include string.h header file. String is nothing but it's an array of characters. So let us take one example. We will write char a, inside the square bracket we are going to write 50 and put semicolon. So this represent consecutive characters from 0 to 49. Initializing a string. How do you initialize a string? Let us take an example. Here we'll write char a of 20 equal to, and in a double quotation mark we will write Hubbali. Inputting a string. How do you input a string? So let us take syntax first. Let us write scene dot getLine. Inside the round bracket we are going to write string comma size and then put semicolon. So here string is a sequence of characters enclosed within a pair of double quotation mark, and comma size is nothing but number of characters present in a string. Now let us take one example. Here we will write scene dot getLine, and inside the square bracket we are going to write in a double quotation mark Hubbali, then comma we are going to write size as 20 closing round brace and put semicolon. Outputting a string. Once the string is inputted, then it has to be displayed onto the console, that is onto the monitor in the form of output. So how to write it? So let us take the syntax first. We'll write cout dot write. So write is a function which is used to display the string. Next, inside the round brace we are going to write string comma size and put semicolon. Now let us move on to example. So here we will take the same example, cout dot write, and inside the round brace we are going to write Hubbali comma 20 and put semicolon. Now let us continue with some of the inbuilt functions of string such as strlen function. So strlen is nothing but it's a string length. It returns the number of characters present in a string. So it returns numerical value. So let us take one example. Here we will take int l is equal to strlen inside the round bracket in a double quotation mark. I'll write Hubballi. So this particular string returns 8 because Hubballi consisting of total 8 characters. Next, strcat function. So strcat function is nothing but it's a string concatenation function which combines or concatenate two strings together. So always string 2 will append at the end of string 1. So let us take one example. Here we'll say strcat and inside the round bracket the first string is lo in a double quotation mark and then put comma and tus in the double quotation mark as second string. Now this particular function returns lotus. strcpy function. So strcpy function performs copies string 2 in place of string 1 by replacing string 1. Next is strcmp function. So that is string comparison function. So this compares each letter from both the strings. So here it is case sensitive. Both uppercase and lowercase letters are distinct. The next string function is strcmpi. So here the string comparison is made but it is case insensitive. So both uppercase and lowercase letters are same for the compiler. And the next string function is strrev function. So which performs reversing of string, which is normally used to check whether the entered string is palindrome or not. That's all in this video. Thank you very much for watching this video. We will see you in the next video.